product.
What's the final product?
Huh?
What are they pre-ordering?
They're pre-ordering me before I reach the final product.
Like your final form?
Yeah.
Ooh wee! How about the other one? The other one's bigger. Why is that one bigger?
You already know.
Uh,
From carrying stuff.
Carrying patients. Because
Yeah.
what do you do?
I take care of old people.
What's the most recent story you told me about an old person? They said they did something.
But yeah, so they were laying down. This is what they look like. Laying down like this. And then I went to go check their oxygen because I have to check their oxygen or check all their vitals before I start the treatment. Then when I checked it, her oxygen was like at 85%. So one of our precautions is to make sure that they're above 90% before we start. So since she was at 85%, I sat her up. She was like this. When I sat her up, she was like all in my face. And then that's when I posted my story on Instagram.
Do you have it saved? Pull it up.
Aha! Right here.
My bad.
Whoop. Don't look, I might
Oh.
have secret stuff.
Secret stuff. Some secret formulas in the phone, so we might have to reveal it in a future video. So if you're only listening from the podcast, you're gonna have to watch the YouTube. Ooh, I saw something. Formula.
I don't think it's saved. Doesn't it save automatically?
If you have it set up to save automatically, you have a Instagram folder.
Because I have some stories that save automatically, but some of them didn't save automatically. Never mind, dude.
Well, what exact? Can you describe what you posted on?
I just said I got the coronavirus from that patient that coughed on me.
Youch. So how do you feel about how people are reacting to the coronavirus right now? Buying all the toilet paper.
Yeah,
and all
people
that.
are stupid. Instead of buying toilet paper, you guys need to buy some emergency, some Vicks,
Vitamins, medicine.
vitamins, vitamin C, vitamin D.
What's the D for?
You can get vitamin D from the sun.
Uh,
Yes, and milk.
like what kind of milk? Like regular milk? Like cow's milk?
Cow's milk.
I don't really drink that.
What? Why don't
Is this a joke or is this a statement?
Why don't cows have toes?
Why?
Is there lactose?
You told me this yesterday.
Did I?
And I don't know why I'm laughing today. You told me that just like recently. Can't
Funny.
see you, but well, if this is a podcast, then he's doing the peace sign over his eye. What is it called? The kawaii? Is this the kawaii?
What do you mean you can't see it?
Well, if they're just listening and they're not watching.
Oh,
Yeah, you're doing the kawaii sign over your eye.
what's that game?
I don't know. What is it?
No, your fighting game.
What fighting game?
The one where the girl's like
I don't remember. Is that Tekken?
Tekken.
Oh, it's Tekken?
Isn't Tekken?
I think so.
The one with the
maybe.
girl, like every time when I beat you guys up, I'm like,
I think it's Tekken, yeah. I don't remember. I haven't played it in a while.
my percentage is at 69%.
Nice.
What that means,
What does it mean?
I have 30 more minutes until my phone is charged.
What kind of phone do you have?
10 plus.
S10 Plus. I have the SA Plus, but because of a shoot that I did at Red Rock, I had my phone in my back pocket and I was sliding down some rocks and I forgot the screen was facing outwards, so now I have a crack. Should I get an iPhone or stick with Android? Let me know. What do you? That was a gnarly burp. Too bad they didn't hear it. Um, what do you think? Should I? Should it? Does it even matter if I get an iPhone or Android, or do you have a preference?
I like the Android just because it's more usual.
Run that back. Rewind.
Just because I like because it's more user friendly.
User friendly.
Yeah, and
You think so?
it's me because have you used an Apple product recently?
Yeah, my mom's iPhone.
Never mind. But whenever so I went to the I'm wearing a Smile Direct.
Smile Direct Club.
So use my code Tony Tight Shirt Tattoo.
Ooh, that's a cool promo code.
Yeah, it's not real, but my voice cracked.
It's okay. I know you're really passionate about your Smile Direct.
I forgot where I was going with it. So they had iPads for me to sign in, and so you had to use the @ symbol, and I didn't know how to put the @ symbol on the iPad.
Well, you're dumb.
Well, I found out that you can go to the next page, but you know how like with Samsung, you can just press and hold.
Right.
Like with Apple, you can't. So like the @ sign right there, you could just. Oh.
All right, let me bust out the iPad right now. On here. What's your phone number?
702. I mean, I would give my phone number out.
It's only for nice girls.
Because my DMs are dry.
So they're open. Shop is open. Doesn't even matter because I can't send a text. Right? Only if you have an iPhone. So right here on the keyboard. So yeah, you could just hold it. Oh wait.
Ooh. See,
Ooh, so you have to drag down.
See, why do you need to drag down? I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. Well, I'm not an iPhone user.
Because I was like pressing it, and I was like, oh, that's not working.
Oh, like a press and hold.
Because that's how the Samsung is. So then I like pressed the shift or the up arrow thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it's not working. And then I just kept doing that and just kept pressing A over and over again.
So, what's it called? What was I gonna say? So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to drag the A downwards, and that gives you an @ symbol. If you hold the A on the keyboard, it gives you the accents, the letter A. Is that accurate? Is that an accurate explanation?
Yeah, but who uses accents while they're texting? Like, oh, you didn't say that with an accent.
Wow. You know what? You're actually really right.
Really white. I am white.
Are you?
Oh, I was gonna say something.
Okay, well, I mean, in the place that you live at, it's a majority Caucasian population.
I am pretty sure that I'm the only white person. Or no, I'm the only brown. I'm the only brown person. If you can't tell, I'm pretty brown. But I'm the only brown person in my neighborhood.
Anthony is really brown. For those who's not watching the video, but he's really brown. He's the only brown person in his neighborhood, and I can attest to that because I was just there, and I did not see any other brown person there. All white. Which is, it's nothing's wrong with that. It's just, it's a little scary.
Yeah, so when I go to the gym, like at 4 in the morning, like 4:30 in the morning, everyone is white. They all stare at me. They don't talk to any of them.
Say that again. Everyone's what?
They're white.
Wow. That's white.
Yeah, but they all stare at me, and I don't know if it's because of the coronavirus scare. So they like stare at my eyes first, or if it's because of the color of my skin.
That's kind of racist.
I wouldn't be surprised if they're racist out there. Or it's a combination of both. They're like, oh, Asian brown man.
But they're probably your patients, though. Or they're soon to be.
Yes,
they're old and they need help.
Well, I hope they're not my patients, but
Well, when they see you, they're gonna be like, "Oh my goodness, that's Tony Tight shirt." That's your nickname, right?
yeah, patient gave me why are our voices cracking?
I don't know. You know what? I don't know. It's just a really exciting time. So excited. You want some water?
I feel like I have Tourette's.
I have Tourette's.
Like I want to, but like I want to say something. I don't even know why I'm holding this. Like I want to say something, but are you recording?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, I don't want. I don't want to
Okay.
say.
What if
Alright.
I told you I wasn't recording? Don't look at
That's
that.
it.
Don't look at that. Look at the Asian guy here.
No, I can't.
Ready? Here we go.
Oh, you can bleep it out.
Well, you could just use the bleep.
The bleep one. Yeah, I want.
We won't hear it. They'll hear it though.
Huh?
We won't hear it. They'll hear it.
They'll hear the beep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want it to be like. That's
Right.
what I want
Yeah,
to say.
I heard you.
See, I got it on my system now.
There you go.
Yeah.
So every time you want to just say it, just hit the beep. I was gonna say that.
Can you like edit that out?
Did it out?
Yeah.
What do you mean? The
Like, what if you
sound?
want to like blackmail me and you're like, hey, let me un.
No, I can't. Like it's just the beep straight up.
Good.
So, what was I gonna say? Did you do anything today?
Yeah, I went to my first Muay Thai sessions for the year.
Them the first one of the year?
The first one of the year.
It's March. It's already March.
Because I canceled. I haven't gone since December
Why?
because I made some big changes.
Oh yeah, that's right. You made a
Yeah.
big move.
Big move, literally. Moved to a different town.
Or
Trying
away.
to find myself.
And the membership's expensive. How much do you pay?
So if you want to pay for the membership, but you get to have access to unlimited classes, and but you have to pay monthly. So the monthly, I think it's like 130.
130.
But you get to take as much classes as you want. But for me, since I'm in a different town now, I can't make I can only make one of those classes. This is a Saturday. The 130 is not worth it to me.
Yeah.
So, I thought paying 150 for 10 sessions. It's like a punch card. So you pay 150 for 10 sessions, and that's worth more. I can go whenever I want, and that would last me for 2 months.
Yeah, I
2
think
months
that
and a
makes
half.
sense. Yeah.
2 months and a half.
And then when you run out, then you for
Another
another 10.
150. That's
That
worth
makes
it
more
for me.
sense. Ever since you started Muay Thai, what have you noticed? Maybe not just physically, but mentally, maybe.
Yeah, mentally, because like I used to get mad easily.
Mm.
Like when people would cut me off, I would boil inside.
Yeah,
I have
know.
some stories, but maybe
Yeah.
another time.
Maybe for another episode.
So like now when people would cut me off, I'm like really calm about it because I know I could beat them up.
Would you be the type of person to just get out of your car and challenge somebody? Still to this day.
To the start.
Die! Insert that. No, I'm just kidding. I don't want to insert that.
If they're the ones that got out of their car and then want to start stuff with me, then I would get out my car. But before I would be the one to get out of my car, like
Yeah,
tap
like
on the
you
window.
would like honk at them.
I would
and,
honk
like,
at them and then get out my car. Be like, "Hey, you cut me off, buddy."
Buddy? Oh. That's a huge change, actually.
Mhm.
Yeah. But you wouldn't try and diffuse the situation first, even though they got out of their car first? They're like, hey, buddy?
Well, if they touch me, well, I would try to if they were like mad at me.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
how
would
would
try to
you?
diffuse it. Be like, "Hey, I'm like especially if it was my fault. Be like, "Hey, sorry, I made a mistake." But then if once they touch me, I'm be like, "Ooh."
For
Head
those
kick.
who didn't see, he was pounding his fists together,
Yeah.
and you just heard that sound. It sounded different. Okay, that's enough. But that's good. So the growth is there. Definitely helped you. What else do you wish that could grow? My money. I know for that for
Yeah.
sure. My
My bank.
money. But that's something I'll talk about in the future. That's kind of under wraps. Kind of just see how it goes. Why don't you just burp on the mic?
I don't want to burp on the mic. No one wants to hear me burp.
That's true. Unless it's like a really good one
Yeah,
on the mic.
These are just little ones.
They're baby burps. Babies, is that something you want to talk about?
I don't want to talk about babies.
All right, we're gonna skip that. Why? Why? Just a sensitive topic that you don't
No,
want
it's
to
not
talk
sensitive to me. And I don't have any kids.
yet.
Nope, never. Unless it's
Never?
I mean, if I
Do you
find the
want
one,
kids?
Yeah.
Eventually.
Eventually.
Do you have a target age?
I thought it was gonna be next year, but I guess wrong.
Because we have to find a nice girl for
Yeah.
Anthony. So if there's any nice girls out there listening or watching this video or podcast, hit up Anthony at, I don't know. That's up to him. IG or
It's Tony that too.
spell it out for the people who can't spell that.
TonyDatu.
Hit them up, ladies. Only the nice ones. If you're not nice,
Yeah, if you like to I need to keep it G rated. If you like to mess around, then don't talk to me.
you were supposed to just transition that.
If you like to mess around, then you're supposed to transition.
Oh, no, I thought you were just gonna say it.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I had something more inappropriate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I don't want to say it.
But if you don't want to go to Anthony, you could just go to
Inappropriate ones.
They're cool. Cool with me.
Don't waste my time.
I like my time wasted just a little bit. Not Anthony. He's getting old. So when I get to his age, I'll probably be like, you know what? I want a nice girl now.
Do you have any skincare regimen?
Why? Does my skin look good or bad? Pretty good.
Like you don't have any wrinkles? Don't smile?
It's because I don't smile. For the longest time, actually, fun fact, I made it an intention to never smile for the longest time. Or smile, never laugh. Because the more you do that, the more you stretch out your skin, create wrinkles, create crow's eyes, crow's feet, crow's eyes.
I know what you're
don't
talking about.
something like that. Maybe. But yeah, for the longest time I did, and then after that I was just like, man, like I want to express myself, laugh, and smile a bit more. So I just, if I felt like smiling, felt like laughing, I did.
Yeah, I've been laughing more this year. So I don't know if you any wrinkles.
You're pretty good.
See?
Yeah, it's the Asian skin, Asian. What do they call it?
Genetic.
I guess yeah.
But you don't use any skincare products?
No. The secret is drink a lot of water. Don't touch your face. That's really it. For the women out there, I don't know how different it is for you guys. What products you use on your face for your skincare? Because makeup, but really it's staying hydrated, not messing with. That's it. I don't know. Is there science to that? Is that pretty accurate or
I don't know.
I don't know.
I was just asking if you use any
I
skincare
don't.
products.
That's the simple.
It's just pretty smooth.
Thank you.
I
I
use. Are you familiar with the micro needle?
I think you told me about it before, but for those who don't know, what is?
So it's like a little roller, and then on the roller there's tiny little needles,
Mm-hmm.
and then I just roll that across forehead
Do
and
you
like eyes and
do you end up bleeding
no,
from it?
the needles aren't like deep enough to penetrate like the deeper parts of the tissue.
So is it just enough to get the dead follicles or like the
No, so what it does, it's to you're basically just like how muscles, how you tear it to rebuild to I guess you tear the muscles to build it.
rebuild it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's what you're doing to your face. You're
Mm-hmm.
puncturing the face to promote collagen, and so you're just like the same concept as muscles, like tearing it to rebuild.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're doing to the face.
Wow. I should get into that. Do I need to?
You should
Feel like would
before.
my skin look a lot better than possibly?
I don't think you need it, but
I kind of want to try though. You do face masks?
hmm not all the time. The last one that I did was probably last month.
Last month?
Hmm
A minute for me to do it with my knee. Kind of just get dragged into it, but I mean it's cool. It's a cool feeling. It's like something cleaning my face. I don't know.
You like the
The
ones with
hydration.
the little animal designs?
I never had the animal design ones. You use those ones?
No. The last one I used was it just said honey, and then the rest of the words were in Korean, so I didn't know what I was putting on
Did
my
it smell
face.
like honey?
I actually did.
It did. Oh, I need to try those. I think the last one I tried was cucumba.
Cucumba.
Yeah,
Do the gumba video.
that's too much.
Too much.
Yeah,
Never
yeah.
mind.
Just imagine it, or just come back to it, like play that video and then come.
Yeah, Google cucumba man.
Cucumba man.
Yeah,
Cucumba
I'm pretty
song
sure. Yeah,
or song?
cucumba song.
Cucumba song. Your
Cucumba long.
in high disregard. Okay. In terms of health, diets, out other than working out,
Other than working out,
like with doing Muay Thai. So if you're like lifting, well,
so I pretty much work out every day. Um, but like nothing super intense. Like all my workouts are pretty much like 30 to 45 minutes. But like the reason why I'm able to work out every day is because I separate my body parts. So what I mean by that, like one day would be chest. So I would do like bench, like flat bench press, incline, decline, flies, and then the next day would be back. So it'd be like the total opposite of the what muscle I just worked out.
mm-hmm.
So I would do like lat pull downs, wide grip, or underhand grip, rows with the dumbbells, rows with the cable, and then the day after that I would do probably do like legs. Um, so just squats, lunges, leg extensions, hamstring curls, and then after that would probably be either arms, like so just focusing on biceps and triceps. So that one would actually be a really quick workout, and then after that would probably be shoulders. But then I also do cardio at the end of the day too. So probably I've been upping my cardio to like 30 minutes a day,
Oh.
25 to 30 minutes a day.
So you lift and do cardio on the same every day.
Uh,
I don't know how
yeah.
you do it. I'm not a fan of running
I don't know. I feel like I just hit a like another gear.
when you do cardio.
No, like recently, like I wasn't doing that before,
Mm-hmm.
but then like recently, I'm just like tired of being second place.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm tired of just being like an option. So that's why I said you need to pre-order me now.
You guys didn't hear in the beginning, kind of just like started it red. Like he said, better pre-order me now, or I'm in my.
Yeah, I'm not even in my final form. You know, if you're a fan of Dragon Ball Z, you know how like Cell has like You know who Cell is, right?
Yeah, the green one,
Yeah, the green one with the
not Piccolo, but
yeah,
the
yeah,
one
with the tail,
with the tail
and then
that
he has
sucks
like
you
a
up.
yeah, so he like sucks out
Yeah,
people's.
I
So
got you.
I'm the Cell with the he has a little thing in front of his mouth, a little beak.
Is that the first one, or is that
That's
the
the first
second?
one.
That's the first
Yeah.
form of Cell.
I'm trying to be the Cell where he shows his face, and he's actually kind of good looking.
Yeah, like the chiseled
Yeah,
like
the
face. Yeah, I know what
chiseled
you're talking about.
Cell.
Yeah. So if
Yeah.
you guys don't know what we're talking about, look up Cell from Dragon Ball Z. His first form, second form, and
So this is I look like this
so
guy.
for the ones
Oh,
watching the
this looks weird because he's green, huh?
oh yeah, that's right, because
So
he's
you
green.
can't even you
Yeah,
can't see
yeah,
him.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah, that's weird. I was like, why isn't it
Can you see
showing?
this?
No, he's
Yeah.
for those just listening to it. Go ahead, get up. So
I'm trying to be the.
so right now he's in his first form, not even in his second form, and look at his arms. Oh wait, I'm sorry for the ones just listening. He has like 18-inch arms.
Not
Can we
even
measure it? Okay, right here. I'm gonna measure it right now.
left arm.
Ooh. So his left bicep is almost 16 inches.
Damn, dude, really? Dang.
That was close. How about your right one? His right one is his biggest one. I don't know why his right bicep is so big. Can you tell the people why? While I measure this?
I cook breakfast with this arm. I'm small. I'm smaller,
That
dude.
arm's smaller.
What the? Maybe you measured this one wrong.
Okay, let's try it
So
again.
what? This one was 15.
So that's one. That one's 15. Right bicep is 15.
Maybe my left arm is a
Yeah.
strong
What the
one.
hell?
What the?
Just by a little bit.
He has more fat. Maybe it's like
So 15-inch ladies. Oh, I forgot to ask. This is just for people. Are you just in?
yeah.
Okay.
You know what? Why I laugh? Because I've had multiple patients ask if I was gay.
Why is that? Because of your tight t-shirts and your pants?
I think it's because the older generations used to that boxy look,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't really reveal, I guess, like how their body structure really is.
Right.
So then I feel like the modern clothes now they're more fitted.
Tight fitting.
Yeah.
Right.
So then even if I buy regular pants, well these are more fitted. But if I buy regular pants, it's still like the modern. Yeah,
Hugs
it's
your
hug it,
thighs and
it hugs
everything.
my thighs especially because I squat a lot. So
Maybe you shouldn't squat.
trying to be thicker than a bowl of oatmeal.
I'm actually trying to be less thick. Like I would like before then, like prime Eric was sexy. Now I'm sexy thick. So I'm just trying to remove the, you know what I'm saying? Let's go back to being sexy slim. So we'll see. I don't know. Me and Anthony are actually doing goals. We're trying to meet. You burp again? What did you eat?
Maggiano's Thai tea.
Maggiano's Thai tea.
There was a comma
Oh,
in between.
okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I know, but like people don't.
And then comma and Jollibee.
Oh, that's right. You. What were we talking before that? Oh, we
Our
have a
goals.
challenge, like our goals. Okay, so what are the goals for you, in terms of your?
Hmm.
Is it a weight goal or is it kind of more like look?
I think it's more look for me
Yeah.
because I didn't think that I would get down to the weight that I am now. So I'm like sitting around like 188. That's how much I weighed this morning.
Mm-hmm.
But when I started or last year around this time I was like 219.
I think that's like the head.
219.
like 290,
Hmm.
somewhere around there. I'm down to like 7. I actually gained weight plus for performing. So, and I also changed my diet again off the carbs now and vegetables, not just
That's why you just need macros.
macros. Reach it every time. So I might start doing that. Yeah, I think for me it's also a look now. It's more like how I feel and how I look more than
Yeah, because sometimes I go on the scale and I'm like, oh dang, I didn't lose any weight. But then not to be narcissistic or anything, but I'm like I take off my shirt, I'm like, ooh, wee.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
There's some gains in there.
Yeah.
So I don't go by the weight.
Yeah. I think we get caught up, like when we check every day for like progress or
Mm-hmm.
and that's just like trying to look for just like those little, I mean, in a way it's cool when you do see, but then maybe like some days you like don't see the difference, kind of get into your head and you're like, what happening, but didn't really get on going, keep on time to time check your results.
Yeah, I like to so I took a picture 1 month before, and then since I didn't really like see that much changes, I compared the two, and then um in a month there's actually noticeable changes that even I can see. So um even though you don't see it right now because you see yourself pretty much every day,
Mm-hmm.
there's actually like changes that are
Yeah,
happening, especially if you stick to um your routine.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Because diet started and workout started happening. Like I saw a picture of myself and like I'm like telling myself, oh dude, my so round right now. There was progress. I just gotta keep going. Stop judging myself, criticizing myself.
Which Dragon Ball Z character would you be?
Krillin.
But he would just stay. He has no transformation. He just grows hair.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, I want a beard. How about yourself?
No, I already said I will sell, but
Yourself, that's right. Oh, that's
I was
right.
gonna say you're Majin Buu.
You think so? Which one?
The first one.
The
But then don't you see what Majin Buu turns into?
the really frail one, the skinny one.
No, he gets jacked.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're
See?
just talking about. Yeah, no, but I like the Majin Buu, like the first one.
The first one?
Yeah, he's just fat and he loves to eat. I think, I think I'm enjoying that right now.
That's
Food is
fine.
really good.
He was happy.
He was happy.
Yeah.
I happy
Are you happy?
eating? Yes. Yeah. When I go into like strict diet mode, like, but I mean, see, there's a way to enjoy it for sure. Gotta fix my mind. I mean, just working out lately has been feeling really. But let's just get this workout in, and then afterwards, I'm like,
Yeah, that's how I am. Like I would be laying in bed since I go to sleep early. It'd probably be like I try to go to sleep by 9, and then when it's around like 7:30, like, do I really want to run? I just did a 10 or 11 hour shift,
mm,
and then I don't even think about it. I just get up and go. And then, like, after 5 minutes, I'm like, okay, I could do this for another 20, 25 minutes.
mhm.
So I don't even think about it. Like, even though I'm tired, I'm just like, oh, do it. And then that's what has really been working for me. Do it.
So Have you always been like that though, or has something been ingrained in your do it workout? Like,
I
was there a point where you never really wanted to work out, or you're back?
I've always had that motivation to like work out, but then I feel like recently I just had even more motivation, and
Who hurt you?
a lot of people. Yeah,
But that's good. You can use that to feed.
yeah. It sucks because like I shouldn't have. Well, I wouldn't say I shouldn't have, but it just sucks that someone had to hurt me for me to be even more motivated.
Mm-hmm. True. With my first breakup, oh, like I was at that point in my life, I was at the heavy balloon, and I just committed myself workout for like a year straight, and the difference from that breakup and a year after, I was like, ooh wee, look at that. Like I was like, and but like it took that heartbreak to get me to that mindset. So right now, actually, like struggle is finding that for me. Like I'm not saying somebody should hurt me to be motivated like that again, but like I want to get back into that mindset where I was.
And so when I first started counting my macros, the reason why I did that in the first place was because um so there was this girl that I had a big crush on, and then me and her we used to hang out. Like
Mm-hmm.
she would like call me, and then we would hang out, but not just me and her by herself. It
Mm-hmm.
would just be with like a group of friends. And then all of a sudden this guy started showing up, and then I was like, "Oh, that's just one of her friends." And then come to find out she ended up um going out with that guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then that like really hurt me to the point where like I think at that time I was like 185, so I thought I was kind of heavy already,
Mm-hmm.
and then I cut down to 155.
Ooh,
Yeah, that was the
40
lowest. Yeah, that
pounds.
was the lowest that I got, and then I was actually pretty like ripped, and I was like really like vascular,
Mm-hmm.
and then but like it took the something like that for me to get like really strict and motivated with my diet, and then I feel like that's what's kind of happening to me
Now,
recently
yeah.
because I mean there's this girl now that I kind of have a crush on,
Mm.
and to find out that she's already dating someone,
Right.
so I'm just like, oh, I'm tired of being someone's like option.
Mm-hmm.
So now I feel like I hit a another gear, so that's why I'm able to like get up and just go.
Just do it.
Yeah,
I feel that. I think I'm gonna use.
I'm like, oh, she wants to be with that guy. Well, is that guy gonna do this? And I just go.
Go. I need to. I don't run,
You
as
can.
as you know, but I do. I do a rowing machine and I do jump rope because I think it's because running for me is like really, but jump rope has rowing machines, but I think they're as effective or
Yeah, you don't need to run to lose weight. Like the main, I would say like the main ingredient to lose weight is the calorie deficit.
for sure.
So if you're eating ice cream or carne asada fries all the time,
Your brother,
I wasn't gonna say it.
like your brother.
Beep beep.
It's okay. They don't know your brother.
Good. But yeah, if you're eating that kind of stuff all the time, like you don't realize like that little pint of ice cream,
Mm-hmm.
there's like 1,200 calories in that. So if you don't count your calories, like a plate of food, that's only like 800 calories depending on like what you're eating.
Mm-hmm.
So like a pint of ice cream on top of your plate of food, you're already like
2,000.
yeah, like over what you're supposed to be eating.
Yeah.
So then like people are like wondering like, oh, why am I not losing weight? And it's because it's all starts with what they eat, like what they're putting in their bodies.
And that's really the secret, is just eating calorie like under what your maintenance calories is.
Yeah.
So break.
Hmm.
So that's really the secret. Other people are telling you otherwise. That's
Yeah, and if you even want to tune it even more, then you can be more strict and then like actually count the macros.
mm-hmm.
So keeping track of how much protein you're eating, how
Mm-hmm.
much carbs, and how much fat. So you could start off with like counting your calories, see if you can even stay underneath how much calories you can eat, and then you can take that a step further and then tune it up to where you're eating a certain amount of protein, a certain amount of carbs and fat. When I did that, that's when I got like really ripped. I wasn't like jacked or anything, but I pretty shredded.
All right. So Anthony, how do I do that? How do I measure my macros?
You just need
What do I need?
so first you need to download I use my Fitness Pal.
Mhm.
It's from Under Armour. And in there you can set your goals to how much weight you want to lose. So let's say you want to lose a pound a week. You just set that and then enter your information as far as like your height and what gender you are. And then after that, there's different settings that you could pick. You can pick. At first, it would do one automatically for you,
Mm-hmm.
but you kind of have to do your research with this one. So let's say you wanna um like you wanna lose weight but maintain muscles. There's like a certain ratio for like a percentage of macros. So let's say the example that I just used. If you want to lose weight but then maintain your muscle, like you would probably want to take more protein and carbs, and then lessen up on the fat or something like that.
Right.
But let's say you wanna like you just want to lose weight, you probably would cut out um just like the carbs or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and then increase your protein, something like that. But then your calories would still be the same,
Mm-hmm.
except you're just changing up your macros
Mm-hmm.
or like your goals.
Right.
It can get confusing, so I would definitely look up like a video actually explaining it.
Yeah. Definitely do your research.
Yeah.
Do you recommend just focusing on diet, or do
It starts with the diet first, but then once you can get that down, then the um the working out would definitely get you a step even further. So the hardest part is definitely the diet. So if you can get that down, then working out should be fun too. Like
right?
you shouldn't be dreading it. Like you should be able to.
Do you recommend like people doing what they enjoy the like if I like playing,
Mhm.
like just do more of that, or get into like lift weights, like if I didn't like lifting weights, that or
It just depends on your goals. So let's say like for me, like I wanna like I just wanna I guess be more aesthetically pleasing for not just mainly for myself. Um so to do that, of course you have to lift the weights. But then let's say um a person doesn't really care for how they look, they just wanna cut their weight. And let's say they really do like tennis, then they could just play tennis.
Mm.
They'll still build muscle, but they're not gonna be like a bodybuilder. They're
right
not gonna have that type of
body
body
type,
build. Yeah,
right?
it really depends on your goals, and that's what's fun. That's the fun thing about dieting and working out is because you get to like shape yourself into whatever you want to be.
Yeah. What do you say to? Because I hear this a lot from my female friend. Uh, they lift weights, like they're afraid to lift weights because they're afraid. What do you say about that?
I would say there's so many guys that want to get big, but then how many of them do you actually see that are bulky? Like it actually takes so much dedication, like so much adjusting to your diet, like a lot of time, like actual time in the gym to get that bulky.
Mm.
So to the females that are saying, "Oh, I'm afraid to lift weights," don't be afraid to don't be afraid to pick up that dumbbell.
For sure,
Yeah,
you're not gonna turn into.
yeah,
Oh, you're gonna notice the change if there's something that say maybe your arms are getting too big and maybe do less of that and you work on your legs. Be afraid to lift. I have a lot of friends that lift weights. They're not bulky at all. Under
yeah. Like, and it really depends on your diet too. So if
mm-hmm.
you're keeping your diet the same, like if you're only eating salad and you're like doing a bicep curl, the nutrients in the salad's not gonna help you
Not
get
gonna be
bigger.
enough,
Yeah.
right?
So I guess you can keep that in mind too. Unless you start like once you start adding more protein and you start doing bicep curls, then over time it's not gonna be like it'll probably even take like almost like half a year for you to like start getting like really bulky. Because I started working out um like on and off since like 2014
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not like super bulky.
Look,
15 15
looking
years old.
good. Looking. What are the secret to getting your arms?
I didn't even know that my arms are 15 inches.
Well, now you know they're 15
Yeah.
inches.
Um for me it's just consistency.
Rewind.
Consistency. So my goal wasn't to develop like bigger arms.
Yeah.
The reason why I guess arms don't even look that big, but I guess the reason why they are kind of big is because of the workouts that I do. So like
Mm-hmm.
lat pull downs that involves the biceps. So I would do like lat wide or wide grip.
Mm-hmm.
So that's already not only are you doing the back, but you're incorporating the
Biceps
biceps.
as well.
And then same thing with like bench press. So you're focusing on the chest, but then bicep. So it's just something that happened over time. I wasn't like in the gym, like just doing bicep curls all the time, and that's what people do. They just only do biceps and triceps, and they expect to see results when they're not working out like the main muscles. So I guess to develop bigger arms, you need to focus on the other muscles too.
So, do you still take out a day to work on arms? Still do, don't
Yeah, so that's kind of like my active rest day. It's not really a rest day because I still work out.
you? Yeah.
So I still and then I don't even go heavy too.
Mhm.
It's just to stay active. So for me, it'll probably be heavy to someone else, especially if they're not used to working out. But I'll get like 20 pounds and then roll that. Do like underhand grip. I do hammer curls, and then a lot of people they don't do this one. It's
Which
the
is
overhand grip.
Mhm.
So
So your palms are facing down.
palms are facing down, and I guess if you're familiar with the anatomy, this is the break brachialis. So if you bring your hand into the different position, like so palm facing up, and then you flex your bicep, it's like more of a like the peak. And then if you have it in that neutral position where your hand is like in a holding a hammer, you're engaging that brachial radialis. So you see that forearm muscle pop up,
Mm.
and then the underhand grip, kind of more of the outer part,
Mm.
the bicep. So people don't work out that part,
Why do you
so
think that is?
they don't know. Yeah. I do that, and I actually do that with like a 10 pound, 10, 15 pound dumbbell.
So you just want to go light one now.
A lot of people don't work that one out.
Right.
So
So for those wondering, like just getting into fit, like a beginner, like how what would you tell them in terms of, like if if they were only to do 3 workouts, what would be your top?
The top three.
Yeah, because I think wouldn't it be like more
Yeah.
move? What would it?
So I would definitely do bench press, just a flat one. Um, and then deadlifts and squats, just because those are more for me. Especially those are more I guess functional movements.
Right.
So like I guess if you think about it, like you'll I don't know how to explain it, but you'll have more benefits from those three movements than just doing a uh, bicep curl
Right.
or tricep pull down. Like you'll get more benefits from just bench,
Mm.
deadlifts and squats, and all those muscles. Like if you like look at it, those muscles are actually like big muscles.
Right.
So like the bench press is for the chest, but then you're also engaging
Engaging triceps.
triceps, and then also you have a little bit of like
Pull up.
gratis anterior, um, and deadlifts. Since you're in that position, you're gonna be working at your glutes, hamstrings, um, your forearms, your back,
Back.
and your traps because
Mm.
you're like lifting it up like this.
Right.
And then the squats, you have your quads, another glute, and then you're also engaging the core for a
Mm.
little bit. So those would be my big ones.
And would you start them off at in terms of sets and reps?
So there's different programs out there, but I would say for a beginner, I would just stick with like 3 sets, 4 sets of like 8 to 10 reps. Like keep it enough to where you're able to do 8 to 10 reps, not to the point where you're like struggling to get that.
Mm-hmm.
And then and I would also focus on the form first, then the weight.
Sure.
So
Safety first.
yeah, so sometimes I see people out there curling like 50 pounds, but
Mm-hmm.
when they're curling it, they're using the momentum,
Right.
and they're
They're
not
using their
even
whole body.
yeah they're not even lifting it up anymore, and they're just like swinging the weight.
Right.
So like anyone can do that if you're like using the momentum to swing the weight up, but like it would actually be more beneficial and it'd be more challenging if you got a lighter weight and
Mm.
went slower and
Right.
actually like focus on um tracting the muscles and then focusing on the eccentric. So
Yeah. So that's exactly what I was gonna. You want them to focus
yeah, but it also depends on like what
what
your
they're
goals.
doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll do. So some people they just do all concentric. It's not bad. I guess that's to like build. I guess it's like kind of tone it up a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and by the way, I'm not a professional personal trainer. The physical therapist assistant, kind of barely. But then yeah, you would also do the eccentrics too. A lot of people they don't do the eccentrics just because I don't know. They just like feeling that pump. Like
Right.
you won't get a pump if you're or people think that they won't get a pump if they're not doing the eccentric. So the eccentric motion is basically if you're thinking of a bicep curl. So when you're going upward, that's concentric. So you're flexing, and the eccentric is basically like letting the weight down. So that's the eccentric motion. I don't know off the top of my head what's the benefit, but there's definitely a benefit from doing
Definitely. And get
eccentric.
guess get like eccentric movement.
Yeah, I from what I remember from like the muscle fibers. So I forgot what they're called, but you're basically there's like little like nodules in there or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and then you'll get them firing more if you're
What the 18
yeah all
stuff.
that crazy stuff. I don't
Yeah.
remember. I
I don't.
pumped it out.
I didn't. Fortunately, we're not gonna talk about that. Oh, and if you guys didn't know, me and Anthony were classmates. Yeah.
Remember I joked around for you. I was like, one more year.
One more year,
And then it happened.
and then it happened. You see,
But you didn't even get one more year. You got, it's been like how many years? It's been like 2 years, 2, 3 years since Carrington.
um, since we were there.
Since you were there last.
No, when did you graduate?
18.
Oh yeah, I guess. Time flies. I'm cool. My debt would have been just me. Might have been a blessing.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. Everyone's. I guess like 2020 not really doing so good.
2020 has been crappy.
For me, It's been okay.
It's been okay for you.
It's just been okay. I mean, there are definitely things that I wish like could happen, but as far as like what I have, like I definitely count my blessings. So I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's going around me that kind of sucks, but for
Mhm.
me personally, it's
Been okay.
been okay.
That's good.
Yeah.
For me, it's
I know.
like I think it was just 2 weeks ago, right? About 2 weeks ago, Mochi, my dog, passed away. Fortunately, I wasn't here to be with her on her last breath. California for a family emergency. It just felt like, um, other than the last 2 weeks, the last couple of months of hell have just crazy. Now that we're going through the coronavirus thing, it's like everybody's freaking out, and everybody might lose their job or um everything like that. It's been wild. It's been a wild ride. For me, the coronavirus thing is not really for me. Like hours get cut, my hours get cut. Like I, but I'm definitely pursuing my photography, everything else more. But other than that, like pretty wild. So I'm hoping moving forward everything gets better. But
I saw posts on Instagram the other day because like definitely like people have been going through like I guess their own experiences, like bad experiences too.
mhm,
But then um, I guess like on the positive side, like gas prices are going down.
it's true.
Yeah.
I think went down like 20,
Yeah.
and I have that disc.
So I guess that's
I mean,
one.
on the bright side, right?
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I think also okay. I'm not like a expert in investing and all that, but like stock market crashed and it's low, and if you want to start investing, put companies you like or think that gonna grow or sure. Yeah, stuff like that. There are some positives. For me, I like to look at the positives. Something hard to
Um. So you don't believe in astrology, right? Or somewhat.
I somewhat, yeah.
So recently, are you familiar with like that Mercury retrograde,
Mercury is in retrograde.
something like that?
Yes.
So,
Everybody's acting up.
oh yeah, like even me, like I would have like depression spells like randomly, and I'm like, why? I don't.
Mhm.
Just like I would just get it like randomly throughout the day,
Mhm.
and then like what we were just talking about, all of that stuff that's going on right now, or
Mhm.
and the past couple months too.
Right.
So do you believe in astrology?
Yeah, I feel like I'm like I'm not into it as much as other people, but like just enough to feel like I believe in certain things. Like yeah, like that Mercury and retrograde thing. Um, yeah, like I don't know how to put it into words, but just the things that's happening, pretty insane. Just earlier when we were talking off camera about um like the people we know and like like who we're compatible with, like it's pretty crazy accurate. Some it's weird,
Weirdly accurate.
weirdly accurate. I don't know, just I don't know if somebody can like explain why it works that way.
Who are you compatible with?
So I have how do you call it? Um,
Compatibility?
no. It's like when you make up a word, something from letters. How we did it in school.
An acronym?
It's an acronym. I was thinking acronym, but I wasn't sure.
Pretty sure. Acronym.
Yeah, I guess acronym. So mine is glass. So all right, take notes, ladies. This is who I'm most compatible with. Apparently, is Gemini, Leo, Aquarius, Sagittarius. So if you're one of those, apparently we're really compatible. So DM me.
Did you ever like read about them on what makes them compatible for you?
I think so. I think I've read a good amount of them, like back then, but not as of recent.
Do you have like a favorite one? Yeah.
Um, my ex was a Leo. Everything was a long. I mean, there's other major problems, but I'm not about that. Gemini's, uh, they're okay. Like it's weird. Like we do have a good connection, but it's like sometimes it's just um Aquarius. I don't have much to say about Aquarius. Yet to find out. Sagittarius, I feel like so but for the most part, glass has been very good to me. All strong connection. What's yours?
So you said your sign right?
Oh, I'm sorry. My sign is fire.
Almost birthday boy.
Oh, that's right. Almost my birthday. I don't know when this is coming out. I might just post it raw.
Oh, this is how long have we been talking?
We've been talking for an hour and 3 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I'm a Cancer.
How
Um,
are we friends?
they're not compatible.
I think friendship wise, I think everything else. I
Well,
don't know.
what?
We can look it up later.
Yeah. So I guess like I don't know if you'd like described your sign, but like I'm not really into astrology either.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess I know like basics of some of the signs. Like Cancers are supposed to be emotional people.
Emotional, right?
Yeah. I don't think I'm. I mean, I can be, but my compatibility, just like with you, mine is CVS,
Like the store,
like the store. Um,
the ones with long receipts. So, just a hack. Go to CVS. Uh, just buy like a candy bar. Get a really long receipt. And use that as toilet paper.
uh-huh.
All right. Sorry. Go ahead.
And if you get 2 candy bars, that's double the paper.
Life hack.
So CVS, that's Capricorn, Virgo, and Scorpio. So I haven't really, I don't know off the top of my head like what would be my favorite, but I did recently look at Scorpio, and then yeah, apparently me and Scorpios have a lot in common.
You know who is a Scorpio? Somebody I used to know.
Really?
Yes. We're still in contact. They're cool. They're fine. But
It's
like,
yeah.
it's better off if we weren't together. Like just as
Yeah, and I don't have I don't think I have too much experience with um Capricorn and a Virgo. I knew the person that I had a crush on was a Virgo
oh really?
before
I know a few for
a
Virgos.
while
Are
back.
you? I don't know if they're nice though. Like nice girl
I think this person was kind of two-faced.
face.
Yeah. Isn't that what a Gemini is?
I mean, according to some websites, that's what they
Hmm.
say. Hmm.
But yeah, I think that she was two-faced. So she doesn't deserve to be a Virgo. But yeah, when I read about Scorpio, it just said that a Cancer and a Scorpio are they're pretty compatible and um yeah, have a lot of things in common. And then when I dealt with a Scorpio, it's pretty accurate.
You know any other Scorpios as of recent? You're
No,
still in contact with? No, I'll find you a Scorpio.
thank you.
No, you're supposed to say you're gonna find
Sag?
Sag.
I don't know it. I don't know a lot of people like that.
How about we just post on invitation?
I only have like 80 friends.
Let's say 80. 80 is a lot. 80 friends.
Well, these are it's not like all the other Instagram people where they have like thousands and thousands. Well, yeah, I have 88.
88.
Yeah.
Do you believe in numbers?
Um,
Like, numbers have meaning or not?
ever since watched the movie I think it's 23 from Jim Carrey,
Mm-hmm.
like it kind of opened up my eyes to how like numbers can be connected. But then I kind of feel like that you can make numbers connect because you can always add and subtract.
True. Yeah.
Like for example, when I was in fourth grade, I used to joke around that that like Barack Obama was part of the Illuminati because I would be like, oh, Barack Obama has two nipples, and if you add one to that, that'd be three, and the triangle has three sides. And you know what else is in a triangle? The Illuminati. So you can connect things that way.
I guess so. I guess you can.
But yeah, so
Like, they're never, like, you don't just, like, kind of, like, go about your day and then you see, like, numbers, like, matching or, like, certain lucky numbers or something like that. For me, I do, like, all.
I mean, I see numbers that I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. Like that number right there. Can't see
What number is it?
69.
Oh, nice. I see that a lot.
I see it a lot too.
Yeah. 69, 1111, 1234, 444. Numbers like that. I don't know. There's meanings behind them. I don't know them. I mean, I can't really about it barely.
Yeah, so have you seen that movie 23?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, so
Unfortunately.
that's a good movie about numbers. I like the
Okay.
connections for numbers. Jim Carrey.
I might have to check it out.
Yeah, it's more of a you know how like Jim Carrey is more of a like a comedic type of person.
Mm-hmm. Is this
This
more
one
serious?
he's actually I think from what I remember he's more serious. So number 23.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I've seen that poster,
Yeah,
and I think I was scared to watch.
you can see it on the video.
For those watching the YouTube. Oh well, yeah, they see. But for the people listening, just listen. Number 20, starring Jim Carrey.
I liked it.
Liked it. What would you rate it on our rating scale?
On our rating scale,
Should we tell people about our rating scale or not yet? Or
not
maybe
yet.
for something
Maybe for
different.
some-
All right. You guys will know about our rating.
But I would give it like a definitely above average.
And
Maybe like
above. Okay.
a 6 or 7.
Okay.
But I would watch it again.
Okay.
Maybe I'll
Would you
like
watch it with me?
like I said, I'll watch it with you
All right. Cool.
right now.
Not right now. We're doing this. That's all I have. Oh, is that it?
What?
Is that kind of how? I don't know where to transition to.
No, I don't know. I
But
feel
yeah,
like
man, astrology and numbers.
mm, I don't really believe in, but the more that I read into astrology, I'm just it's too
Weirdly
accurate.
accurate.
Like I don't like how accurate it is. Stars.
Who made it up? Does anybody know? Somebody knows. Like, God, I'm touching my eye.
Too late. Or
Nope.
you touched your.
I don't know. I feel like I've survived a lot of things in my life regarding like when I had dengue, a mosquito like a right?
Dengue.
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 It's like when a mosquito carries like a bacteria, you get really sick and it can actually kill you. I was actually scared dying. I literally asked my mom when I was in the hospital bed. I'm like,
You're hospitalized. How old were you?
yeah. I asked my. I remember taking my medicine. I forgot what kind of medicine it was, but right when it went in my mouth, like I threw that shit up. Ugh. Not good, but I survived that. Then I also had the swine.
Really?
I had the swine flu and I survived that.
How was that?
Huh?
How did that feel?
Like like what are they showing for the coronavirus? They're like in like something like that.
I haven't.
Like I had like a breathing mask. I was hospitalized, obviously. I kind of just felt better, but got through that.
So like, how do you think you got it?
I'm not sure. Like I don't know how. I don't know if it was because I touched something, carrying it airborne. I just in or I don't know. I don't know how I got it. I just got it.
Was that one airborne or was it more contact? Like you had to like touch something?
That's the thing. I can't quite remember a while back by that. So I'm pretty sure if I did get corona, a lot more things, more dangerous or disease. Vital, but I don't know. I really don't want to get kind of stuff, but I have my stance on it.
I remember that was pretty, but I think I wasn't like really watching the news enough to be afraid of it, and I think that's what's scaring people with the coronavirus is because
It's
of
the
media.
media.
So I don't even have a TV. Like I don't have cable, so um, a lot of people in Pahrump, they're all pretty much retired. So the only thing that they do all day is watch
Watch the
the
news.
news. then like all these people that just sit at home and just like are just like watching the news. That's what's causing like this domino effect of people just cleaning out the stores.
Right.
I never went through. I would say the couple years ago I was like super sick to the point where like, I couldn't even get out of bed. But I never went to an actual like doctor.
Mm.
And the doctor that I went to was because I think it was like 3 days. I don't know if you remember. I think I sent you a Snapchat of it. My eye was swollen,
Mm.
and yeah, like 3 days of not being able to get out of bed. I finally like had enough strength on like the third day to go to a quick hair clinic in like Walgreens,
Mhm.
and then they told me that I had strep throat, and then like strep throat like caused like the lymph nodes in my face to like be swelled up.
Mhm.
So that was like the most recent one that I had, and then yes, before I went to boot camp, I broke out in shingles. So like I wasn't like sick, but like I had like blisters all on the right side of my body, and like even driving over like a speed bump, it would be like it would feel like that someone's like stabbing
Stabbing
me.
you.
Yeah, like but it wasn't in one spot. It was like everywhere. Can't even handle a speed bump. And then um when I was younger, I had like really bad asthma. And then there was one time I was playing on the basketball court, and then I had an asthma attack,
Mhm.
but I didn't have my inhaler. So people, the for the people that aren't familiar with like asthma, so I guess the best way for me to describe it, it felt like that my throat was closing,
Closing up.
and you know those little coffee straws, those small ones.
Mhm.
That's what it felt like that I was breathing through. I couldn't
Wow.
breathe,
Yeah.
and then my my inhaler was at home, and I remember my dad was just like rushing to get me home. He got pulled over, and
Mhm.
I'm just like in the and then I don't remember what happened after.
Did you pass out, you think?
I think I did.
Yeah.
So
They got you back.
yeah, but yeah, those are the three times that I can actually remember. Like, I guess like sickness wise,
Mhm.
so the three.
Oh, on that note as well, yeah, I don't watch TV or watch tutorials. But, once everybody started talking about this virus, I saw it on social media where, yeah, I don't really watch the news.
You
I feel like I should. Should
feel like that I can get pretty far in life without watching the news.
Yeah. I mean, I've gone this far. Fine.
Um, something that's like um different topic. You believe in simulations?
Mm. I know where you're going with it. Um, I don't know. I actually don't know how to feel about it. Let's just say yes.
Yes. I was I guess where I was kind of going with it, like, do you feel like that we're
We're in
we're
a
yeah
simulation.
we're in a simulation on like how we would react to these things,
In terms of,
whoever's controlling the simulation.
yeah. Yeah, I think so. Like I've had a few conversations about it with like coworkers. It's like there's just different parallel universes. Everything like in one universe, like parallel universe, I could be dead, like because of certain action I did or whatever it is. But yeah, I think in a way, yeah, we're in a simulation. Like how else to describe it? But how do you feel about it?
Um, I don't know. I don't think we are.
You don't think so?
Yeah, but it's just a fun topic to think about. Like, oh, what if we are in a simulation? Like, what if there is someone like? Have you ever played that bit life?
No.
So it's basically a simulation.
It's
Like
like
you can like control a person,
it's like The Sim.
kind of like The Sims, but you don't control like a person like moving. Um, like you can like control whether or not like you want them to bully a kid in school,
Mm,
or whether or not you want them to study harder in school.
mm,
And then like those little changes in life will, I guess, do one thing or another. So let's say you start off the simulation like bullying, and you grow up person to commit a crime. Like once they're out of order, get them into like doing drugs and just like simulation for them. Like someone is like controlling that life for them, or like vice versa. You can control them to have another successful life. The game is kind of pretty interesting. Oh, this person, if they maybe if they didn't do that, then they would have done this in their life.
mhm.
Kind of is interesting to think about. Like, what if someone is using us as a simulation, and look at look at how they're reacting to this.
They're talking about if there's no,
Yeah, they're
yeah,
like, look, they're talking about the simulation.
yeah. Like, oh, cancel that.
It's just pretty fun. Like for me, it's kind of funny to talk about.
Yeah.
And then
You know what it feels like right now, though. Sorry to feels like somebody's right now. With the way things are. I don't know.
yeah, I feel like my 2020 started.
Last year, like late last year, kind of.
I feel like that was like a slow 20. Like
Mhm.
what I mean by that, like I had stuff happen since like 2016 for me, and
We were still in school,
yeah, we were still in school,
right?
and it's just been like I guess there's like problems that will like it wasn't anything that like happened all at once. It was just something that I guess you had like a leaky faucet, and like if you had like a I guess like a leaky pipe on the roof, like it
Mm,
just drips out slowly,
mm,
and all of a sudden it'll just like lead to other stuff. I guess that's how I'd describe my issues.
mm,
Not like mental issues really, more like personal stuff with like family and relationships.
mm.
Mine was basically like a really slow process, and I don't know. I feel like that I'm starting to or I am starting to get over that at home now for me.
Yeah, like better days ahead
Yeah.
because that was like tougher years.
Yes, 2019 was really rough for me.
I think for me, I think this year was tough. Even if it's like my car battery dying, and then after that, like my tire, like going out, like, and then my aunt hospitalized and she didn't have like a. Then I had to come back home, and then my dog passed. Like I think at one point I was saying, man, how can it get anywhere? Here we are. Things got worse. I don't know, but and that's the thing about because I have a belief in saying whatever you say out there, like whatever you put out there in the universe, that's what you get. Like if you have a bad mentality or a negative mentality, like, oh, things aren't gonna get any better. Things aren't working out for me, or I'm this like really bad, like you're talking bad about yourself. Like that's all you're gonna get in life. Like, but if you're more like, things are going well. Like this is what's gonna happen in my life. Like great things are gonna happen. That's exactly what happens. Like I really fully believe it. I don't know how you feel about
Yeah. I and Yeah, I believe in that, and that also comes along with like if you're giving yourself, if you're seeing positive things, of course, that correlates to like positive mindset. Um, if you're always talking about like why is this happening to me, because I can do the same.
Mm-hmm.
Like I guess like for me, I really do try to, for me especially, I mentally put myself in a trying to see the positive in things. Like for example, when I'll say it on here, when I went through my divorce, at the time like it really sucked, and the way how it happened too, it sucked. But then now that I guess I'm dealing with it better, if I didn't go through that, then I wouldn't have the home that I have now.
Right.
And earlier today I told you I went to the neighborhood where I was supposed to get a house with my partner. And while sitting there reflecting, like thinking about like would I really be happy in this house? I didn't think I don't think I would have been happy in that neighborhood when I was like thinking about it. So things do happen for a reason. Like you don't see it in the moment, or you probably won't even see it for a couple months or years. But like for me, I believe in like there's a reason for it happening.
Everything.
Yeah.
Right. And yeah, no, I definitely agree. Um, yeah, it's just like instead of thinking, "Oh, why is this happening?" To me, it's more you have to look at, like, what could this lead, like in a more like positive way. Strongly believe. I don't know the way. Pretty wild, pretty crazy. But yeah, I mean, it's all mental. I feel like in a way, you know how they say it's like we only use. I feel like a part of it just unlocking more of your brain. I mean, I don't just take what I say for what were you saying earlier, like grain of salt. Take
Something like that.
something like that. I don't know the saying. I'm not good with my words, but like unlocking it. Part of it is like I feel like your brain creates your world. Does that sound crazy? Like what you think in your head, like that's what you're creating, not only in your head but like in the real world. Like I don't know, just like going back to saying that, oh, if I have a positive mindset and outlook in life, like that's what's gonna happen for me. You know? For me, let's go. Okay, let's go to the materialistic. So certain things I've always wanted in life. Okay, just like I don't know, like just fun stuff like gadgets or something that I wanted, right? Like for example, like I wanted a certain lens for my camera. So it's kind of like this might be a bad example, but just bear with me. Um, for the longest time, I've always wanted it, and an opportunity rose. Saw somewhere like, oh, somebody was selling it for like a cheap price. This is like years down, okay, from like first envisioning it, me having it one day, and at that point, like years later, I'm like, okay, cool. Like I got a good deal. I finally got what I've been asking for, and got it. But it it's not like it only happened one time. It's happened multiple, and not just with materialistic. Like everything I've asked for in life, I feel like I've gotten in some sort of way just by putting it out there in the universe. But I didn't just sit there wait for it to happen. Like obviously, you still have to take action and go in that direction, and eventually you'll get what you want. I don't know if that made sense or if somebody can break that down. But that's exactly, I don't know, that's my way of thinking of it. I don't know. Does that make any sense?
You can't just like sit there and like hope for something to happen.
Right.
You have to actually like
Take action.
take action instead of like some people, especially I don't know, there's some people that I guess they try to get mad at a religion. They think they're like, oh, if there really was a God, then they would give this give this to me. But then they would, and then they get mad at like everything. God doesn't exist. People hate me. This and that, and like all this thing is happening because other things. But then they don't realize that it's not the other things that not working out for them. It's they need to fix themselves first and action where they start getting the results they want. They can't just like I understood.
All right, thank you. I was I was hoping you'd get it, or somebody out there that's listening. But yeah, that's all I have to say about that. I think it's a good time to kind of wrap things up. Is there any final closing statements? Topic
Have a, maybe another topic for
another day.
because I feel like we could talk another hour.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
It's already been an hour and 30 minutes. So, with that, this has been I don't know what the name of the podcast is, if there is a name. So as far as right now,
I know the name.
Oh, what's the name?
It's Deep Throat Podcast because we talk about deep talks.
Okay.
Can it be that?
Yeah, I think it could be that. I don't know. Is that taken already? We might have to look that up. But if it's not taken, then that's gonna be the name. If it is taken, it's gonna be an unnamed podcast for right now.
Deep underscore throat podcast.
I don't know if that made a difference.
Yeah, it's just like how
But I wouldn't want I wouldn't want an underscore.
underscore deep throat podcast.
Okay. Well, this has been the Deep Throat Podcast. I'm Eric,
Anthony.
and I'll see you guys later. Peace.